today, a game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the place they call the Rock and the home of the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack. The Golden Eagles will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Tulane's offense will take the field first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and block out all the noise.
He'll do it himself. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wilson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Brings up second down.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on third and short. Here's the heat. And he can't connect on the throw, it's incomplete. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. So Southern Miss's offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get up.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Golden Eagles have put themselves straight after that last play. It's second and a mile. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Let's go. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's caught downfield. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And the defense, got him at the 27. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the right. This dude is just a master along the sideline, getting that foot in bounds for the nice gain. The Golden Eagles will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete on the comeback. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that, they're getting after him.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds his man, it's Smith. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got his man across the middle. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Defense has been dominant. We reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Nobody's been able to get on the board as we check out the stats. It's easy to think back to 2014, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, the last time we had a game go into overtime as a scoreless tie. Let's see if that's the way this one goes as we start the 4th. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. They move on top here in the 4th.
Who knows? That might be all it takes. This has been a defensive battle. Both offenses struggling mightily to execute anything, but they were able to put a nice little drive together. Their yards have been very difficult to come by. They found a way to get it done, and finally here in the 4th quarter, they're able to put some points on the board.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by a field goal over Washington. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's McClure.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he makes the catch inside the 20. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He leaves it with his back. Quick spin on the run.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Finds his man open. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Grabbed behind the line, it's Beard. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Oh, they're after him. He's out of bounds, not nearly enough to pick up the first down. At least he stopped the clock before this desperation 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working on the right. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. 4 quarters there's not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. Finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give on the option. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They want to keep this drive alive. Third and short here in overtime. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
At the 5-yard line. First and goal, Tulane.
From the gun. He wants it all. Touchdown, Green Wave. They strike first here in overtime.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Touchdown, Southern Miss. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
And the point after is good. We play on. First down here in the second overtime period. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. This time it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. First and goal, they'll try to take the lead here in the second overtime. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Third and goal, and you really hate to settle for a field goal with the first possession in an overtime period. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The play action fake. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Now on third down and at the very least trying to get into a little better field goal position. Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. Puts it right down the boulevard. No sign of nerves, and we'll go to another overtime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward. He's looking to throw. They got it done with the 2, and now they hold the edge deep in overtime.
And it's the score. Tulane, 19. Southern Mississippi, 17.
This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. He's looking to pass. Clutch play and execution ties the game again, and we'll play another overtime. So here we go again, and we'll see just how deep that two-point conversion bag really is. Trying to barge in. They can't get it done on the 2, and now they'll rely on the defense.
Score remains tied.
Now this two-point conversion attempt for the win. Trying to punch it in. They can't get it in. Neither team can get the 2, and we'll play another overtime. Here comes the two-point try. Slams ahead. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat.
And it's the score. Tulane, 21. Southern Mississippi, 19.
So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. Quarterback will keep it. And another answer. We're tied again, and let's keep playing, kids. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Looking to throw. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2.
That makes the score. Southern Mississippi, 23. Tulane, 21.
Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They can't convert. A great stop by the defense and a game-winning one here in overtime. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck. And you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game.